Brothers, it's the 2008 NBA playoffs. We're in the second round. We're going to get started today on the Los Angeles Lakers and the Utah Jazz. The review from the first two games. Well, let's get started. Kobe Bryant, he's the MVP of this series. He's been dominant. Game 1, 38 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Game 2, 34 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. What do you expect? The guy's the MVP. He's dominating the series. There's no one on the Utah Jazz that can guard this guy. He's going to do what he has to do on a night-to-night basis, and he's also going to get his teammates involved. The next star in this series with the Lakers, Paul Gasol. He goes for 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in Game 1. Game 2 still comes with a repeat performance, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists in Game 2. These two guys, unguardable in this series. Utah, they're not going to be able to do anything with these two. Basically, you're just going to have to do what you can as far as guarding them, but you have to stop the role players. Let's move on to the Utah Jazz and their two stars. Darren Williams, he struggles in Game 1. He shoots 5 for 18, finishes with 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. And Carlos Boozer, he struggled also with his shooting. He was getting different looks, getting outplayed. He was getting played physical, and he fouls out. He has 15 points and 14 rebounds. That's pretty good as far as numbers, but Utah needs more production from him as far as points go. In Game 2, Darren Williams, he readjusted his game. He came out and played hard, and he had 25 points and 10 assists and shot way better. Goes 9 for 17 in Game 2. But Carlos Boozer once again struggles. Only has 10 points, 5 rebounds, and he shoots 3 of 10 from the field. Carlos Boozer, he has to get into this series. He has to start scoring and getting easy baskets down low, getting the front line of the Lakers in foul trouble, and that will open up things as far as his offense and his jump shot. The next thing I'm going to move on to is the supporting cast. This is, I feel, the most important part of this series. Memo Okur for the Utah Jazz. He scores 21 points and 9 rebounds in Game 1. Game 2 goes for 16 points and 5 rebounds. The 16 points and 5 rebounds are pretty much normal numbers, but Memo Okur played great in Game 1. Why? Because Boozer was struggling, and he was able to pick up the pieces of the offense and get things going for the Utah Jazz with his jump shot. Kyle Korver, I did say this guy was going to be key in this series as far as bench production and as far as his point production. Game 1, 11 points. Game 2, 10 points. Those are his normal numbers. Kyle Korver is playing well in this series right now, and he's helping the Utah Jazz as far as their points go off the bench. Andrei Kirilenko, I think this guy is a major component on both ends of the floor. I think he has to get his easy scoring opportunities, which he did in Game 1 and Game 2. He had 11 points in Game 1, 14 points in Game 2, but he fouled out in both of those games. That is going to be a problem for the Utah Jazz. Kirilenko, Boozer, and Okur have to be on the court. The Lakers' front court line, they are too good, and you cannot get in foul trouble against the Lakers' front court on a night-to-night basis. Now, the Lakers supporting cast. Lamar Odom, he's been having a great series. 16 points and 9 rebounds in Game 1. Game 2 goes for 19 and 16. Those were numbers he was getting against the Denver Nuggets. So Lamar Odom is coming into his own. He does not mind being the third guy as far as scoring and getting his opportunities. Why? Because Gasol and Bryant are going to be the main guys that teams are going to look to double team and look to, give them different looks on the defensive end, and that opens up things for Lamar Odom. Vladimir Rakmanovich, he scores 10 points in Game 1. That also helps the Lakers' supporting cast. Game 2, Derek Fisher picks up the scoring load and scores 22 points, has a great breakout game, knocks down a couple of threes, and that's what gets the Lakers' offense going when Derek Fisher can knock down the open jump shots and get open looks. I think in this series, when it all gets down to it, the Utah Jazz, they have to get defensive stops. You cannot try to outscore the Lakers because it's not going to work. The Lakers are too potent on offense. They have too many weapons. They have too many good supporting cast players. And Gasol and Bryant know how to get their teammates involved. If Utah's going to get back into the series, they have to go home. They have to play hard in Game 3. Get the crowd going into the game. Do not let Kobe take the crowd out of the game. You have to go hard at Kobe Bryant early on in the game. And you have to get the defensive stops that you need. Scoring 109, giving up 109 points and 120 points in the first two games against the Lakers at home is not good. Utah, you have to readjust. Get Boozer the ball, get defensive stops, run the pick and roll, and open up your offense with Memo Okur. That's my report on the Utah Jazz and the LA Lakers. I'm Jamel Crothers.